the Married with Channels podcast.
Yeah.
My name is Moose.
I'm Jody.
We're a married couple talking TV shows and movies, and we're here to entertain you.
Are we?
Or at least provide some sort of maybe thoughts on TV or movie show.
We're here to have a conversation about it.
Have a conversation about it. Maybe you garner some, interesting take on that type of thing.
Sure.
We have a TV show and a movie this week, and they're both in the superhero type realm.
Yep.
Which I swore I was done with that, but I think it's mostly the Marvel stuff.
Yeah. Okay, let's back up, though. The reason why we got burnt out on that is because we watched every single Marvel movie almost back to back with our child. I think she just wanted to consume all of that and keep going with all of those different stories. And, some of those franchises made multiple movies. And so we just were like, okay, enough of that.
Well, there's that. But I think also it doesn't help that those movies, the Marvel ones, they're very formulaic, and they have this look about them.
Yeah.
That's just, I don't know how to describe it. And I'm not the only one who feels this way. They have this look that's not like real.
Yeah.
It's not gritty. It's just not plastic, but I don't know. It just, there was nothing really to sink your teeth in there.
Yeah.
Like if you wanted people in costumes flying around with super strength, blasting lasers, fighting monsters, okay.
Sure.
I mean, there's a place for that. I'm not knocking on it. It just kind of wore out by it. There's that Thunderbolts movie that's on Disney Plus now. I kind of want to check that out, but also I kind of don't.
You're kind of right. I never stopped to kind of think about the Marvel franchise and all of those movies. They all kind of have that same coloration to them. Like Christopher Nolan with the Batman movies kind of took that to a dark and gritty place, and that was cool, and different. Mm-hmm. But you're right. They all kind of have that bright, cheery kind of coloration to them. They have kind of a formula that, you kind of, if you consume a lot of it and you're not really, really into it, it can get a little like, okay, this is pretty repetitive.
Yeah, and I'm not saying every superhero movie needs to be gritty or dark.
Right.
But if you look at just like, and I'm going to get into the weeds a little bit here.
Sure.
The coloration and the grading is off.
Yeah.
It's just different.
Yeah.
And I don't know how to explain it.
It's to showcase the outfits.
Maybe that's
I think everything is colorized, centered around that superhero outfit. That's my theory anyway. Just kind of the artist in me is kind of like, I wonder if that's like, kind of what drives some of that coloration and that style is kind of costuming and just kind of making that look good.
And maybe that's it. Maybe they're just trying to. There's like a subconscious thing to help sell. I don't know. Costumes is the right thing to push for sales, but toys,
action figures. Yeah, maybe. I don't know.
So let's move on to our first show/movie. We begin with Peacemaker season 2.
Yeah.
Chris Smith, played by John Cena.
Yeah.
I don't know how you describe that superhero. Like he's well trained, he's athletic, but I don't know. He's not like a Superman.
Right.
He's not like a Batman. He's just a guy who's like a regular dude who just happens to know how to kick a lot of ass and shoot guns really well.
Yeah.
And he has a pet eagle.
Sure.
So I like Peacemaker. I thought the first season was great. It was fresh and different. Season 2, which is obviously what we're talking about here, the freshness is gone, but it still maintains that kind of energy where they're all kind of fuck-ups.
Kind of misfits.
And his people.
Yeah.
Misfits, yeah.
Outcasts. Sure,
and
different.
You and I were talking about this, I think, and correct me if I'm wrong, after episode, 4? It was kind of like, I don't know about this season.
Yeah.
I don't know if I like what this is all about.
Yeah.
And the gist is he's opened the interdimensional, outer dimensional, whatever, door that's at his dad's house.
Yep.
And he stumbles upon another door that leads to another universe where his dad is not a white supremacist. His brother Keith is alive and well, and they're flourishing as the world's most popular superheroes. They live in a mansion, and everything's great.
Yeah, he has this great love life with Amelia.
Yeah, they have a romance.
Yeah.
And there's a twist, and we'll get to that here in a little bit. But overall, the season is just, It's fine.
Yeah.
It's just maybe because the freshness is gone.
Maybe. So I'm gonna give the ladies' take on this one. First of all, I feel like this is a guy's kind of show. Like, for me, it's kind of a guy's show. Like, sometimes it gets a little ridiculous and kind of gory. So I don't know. I mean, like, look, ladies can be into that stuff too. But for me, I feel like they were trying this season to bring in that romance element. So it's like a little more well-rounded for everyone.
Appeal to the ladies.
Yeah, I think a little bit. But I don't know. It's just kind of, I don't know. There were touching, heartfelt moments. And I'm kind of sticking it out to wait and see what kind of superhero he does kind of get transformed into. Like, is there good there? Is there heart there? Is there stuff that makes me care about watching him kick ass? You know what I mean? Like, I need it to be more than just like, oh, he loves Amelia.
Yeah.
You know?
I don't feel like that's... And by the way, season's over. I don't know if you knew that.
Yes,
yeah,
I do. Yeah.
I don't know if that him and Amelia thing is sustainable.
Sure.
I think from a story-wise, I think it's better to have them kind of on-off again type of thing.
Yeah,
mostly off.
Will they, won't they
I think
drama.
the tension between them is kind of more fun and more
Sure.
sink your teeth in for story and all that.
I think it's interesting because you're right. All these characters are kind of misfits. They're all kind of damaged goods, you know?
Yeah.
Like, they all can't function in probably normal relationships, seemingly. And so they've all kind of banded together. But that doesn't mean that you should just be like attracted to another one who's damaged goods, you know?
Right.
So I don't know. I think that dynamic is not sustainable either.
Isn't there a saying like broken people are drawn to other broken people or something like that?
Well, hurt people. But yeah, I mean, probably some of that. But I mean, not always the case, but sometimes, I guess.
Another observation, what came out with this season with me is, so it's they're all written by James Gunn, who's like the co-CEO of Warner Brothers or DCEU. And I found that I feel like James Gunn is great at writing dialogue. He's maybe not really great at crafting a story. Because I feel like there was a lot of, like, it didn't quite wrap up satisfactory for me at the end of the season.
Well, there were a lot of questions there with what's going to happen next, you know?
Yeah, I know.
How's this going to work out? You know, they always kind of set up like everything's great and sunshine and roses and everything's going perfectly for this group. And then like, nope. Okay, well, what's going to happen now?
One thing that really like was a kind of a tilt my head and kind of like I'm confused is, Sasha?
Yeah.
Rick Flag's gal.
Yeah.
Like she was this hard ass all in on the Rick Flag thing.
Yeah, they were sleeping together even.
They're sleeping together. Then all of a sudden she finds out they're using this other dimension they found as a prison for metahumans. And she's got a huge problem with that.
Yeah.
Why all of a sudden is she made a 180? Like she's now part of the 11th Street Kids group.
Yeah.
In the end, they're doing a hero walk where she's smiling and with Peacemaker and all them.
Yes, but I thought I saw her in a shot where they had this is spoiler alert. They had kidnapped Peacemaker and they brought him to that portal. And I thought I saw her standing there, the back of her hair, because there's long brown hair.
I saw that too.
And I think she double crossed him.
No, that's not her.
You sure?
No, is that one of those?
No, because then they showed that other lady, and I was like, her hair's not the same. Her hair's not that long.
I think they would have made that a little more obvious.
I kind of want to go back and watch it and pause it because I think that was her.
I think
standing there.
From a filmmaking standpoint, they would have showed more indication that was her.
I don't know. I think they would. I think it's there quick enough, subtle enough that it's like an Easter egg.
I mean, that would make more sense.
Yeah.
As opposed to her making this 180-degree turn into
character
the happy,
change. Yeah.
I'm with the good guys now. And it just didn't.
Yeah.
But they showed her. Let's back up. They showed her in bed next to Flag sleeping.
Yeah.
And she's lying there looking at the ceiling with this contemplative look on her face.
What am I doing with my choices in my life?
So that to me is like, she wouldn't be performing that for anybody.
Yeah.
she's genuinely thinking about what
what
am I doing the right thing here? Is this right? This seems wrong.
And maybe she did do a complete 180. Maybe we didn't see enough of that or enough of her opposition to ideas or whatever they were throwing around. I don't know.
There was never any seeds planted throughout the series of her having a problem with this sort of thing. Mm-hmm. You know, throughout every interaction with Sasha, she was like this, I'm going to kill him. Let me kill him. I'm going to kick ass. We're going to go get him. You know, it's very rah, rah, rah. Go team Argus.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
But then all of a sudden she's like, wait, you're going to put metahumans in this interdimensional prison?
Sure.
I now don't like you.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
And I get she's kind of technically a metahuman because she's been cyborged up with upgrades since her accident, but it just doesn't jibe with me.
Sure. Let's talk about the blonde twins from back in the day, the Nelson boat cruise.
Oh, really? We're going to go there?
Yeah.
They look old, don't they? I mean, we all look older. Shit, that was 30
oh
years
my
ago.
gosh.
It's good to see them. I bet they're still touring.
Oh, they totally
They're
are.
probably doing casino shows, making a butt ton
They're
of
doing
money.
a rock cruise, apparently. A lot of boats.
And that's the first time I've ever heard of that. Like a local go down the river type of rock cruise. That's cool.
That is kind of cool. I wonder if I'd get sick on that kind of boat. Probably.
Yeah, you probably. I don't know.
Motion sickness, people. Yeah. I don't know.
You had Nelson, and then you had the Foxy Shazam cruise.
Yeah.
And I mentioned this a couple episodes ago. Like, I'm kind of getting tired of the glam rock metal soundtrack to the show.
Yeah.
I feel like it's great.
Sure.
It's one of those things like it's great in small doses.
Yeah.
And I get it's part of the identity of the show.
Yeah.
But I feel like let's mix in some scoring here. You know, let's have some synth beats in the background to give us a little bit of tension.
Some
with
variety.
This scene. Just some variety.
Yeah.
It's like every other scene, especially an action scene, involves like some sort of wow, and it sounded rock band. All right. You know?
All right. Yeah.
I'm not shitting on it, but it's just let's dial it back a little.
All right. I could probably agree with that. It is a bit much. And oh, God, I had this stupid theme song stuck in my head for days. It was terrible.
La 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 la.
Yeah, that.
La, la, la.
Yep.
Yeah.
Because that's all I know of it.
That's
and
all I know of it, too.
Yeah, I walked around this house for like 3 days. And I was like, oh.
And it's kind of funny because the reason that's all you or I know of it is when it comes time to skip the intro, we skip the intro. So we miss 90% of that song.
I know.
And all we get is the la 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 la.
I know.
La 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 la. Yeah.
Yes, it's been imprinted in my brain now multiple times, just that clip. So.
And warning, I will pepper that into the end of this
podcast. God. I'm not going to listen.
Can we talk about the big twist that happened in like episode 6, 7? Spoiler alert.
Yeah, spoiler alert.
So to set it up, Chris, in his new parallel universe where his dad's
wonderful
his dad's
and
great,
amazing.
His brother's alive, and they love each other. They're a really tight bonded family, and they fight crime with their superheroes, and everybody loves them. They live in a mansion. Him and Amelia are kind of dating.
Yeah.
But then, like, this world isn't so perfect.
So the misfits come.
Yeah, the misfits come in there,
fetch him back. Like, hey, come back to reality and us and this group that loves you and whatever. And so they have found their way to this parallel universe.
Yes,
too.
And they're at the mansion, and Economos is there, and Ads is there, and the others have gone out to try and get Chris, whatever. And I knew something was up when Ads is like, hey, you want to go for a walk?
I know, right?
And Economos is like, nah, I'm good. She's like, I'm going to go for a walk. I'm like, something's going to happen here.
Yeah, something's going to happen to Ads.
Yeah. And so we find out what is actually wrong with this parallel universe.
Like what?
I haven't seen a single person of color ever since I've been here.
No way. One got out! I'm black!
What?
Fuck me.
This is your perfect world, huh?
And what they cut to Smith and Amelia at the Argus headquarters in the parallel universe, and he finds a flag, United States flag with a swastika on it.
Yep.
And somehow he missed this mural on the wall of Hitler. So in this universe, the Germans, the Nazis, won World War II.
Yes.
And therefore, anybody of color is in some camp or off in some segregated whatever.
Yeah, imprisoned.
And so Ads is walking down the street, and this white lady driving along is like, what the fuck? And then Keith, his brother, pulls up. He's like, one got out, a black.
Oh, my.
I know. So this
It's
world ain't
awful.
so perfect after all.
That's awful.
But even then, so
Some
when
dark-
they got to when they got to his
humor.
dad Augie, who is not a white supremacist, and they confront him kind of in this whole like tense moment where everybody's tied up or whatever. But well, your world has Nazis, and he's like, I don't get into I can only control what I can control.
Yeah.
And it was refreshing to see that even with the Nazis in power, white power is the norm. He's not fully in love with the white power stuff like he is in the real world, our world.
Yeah, but that's still not enough. That still tarnishes Chris's view of his dad because, you should do more, especially if you're a superhero fighting crime, so you say.
I like that twist in that A, I didn't see it coming.
Yeah.
And B, it really puts like a different type of pressure / weight on Chris, because he was all about he went to that universe to live there.
And stay there forever. Yeah, I'm never coming back. It's perfect here.
Yeah, that universe's version of himself, he accidentally killed. He could just assume his normal self is that world's Chris.
Yeah.
And live his life in a perfect world. But you got to do it in a world where, blacks, Mexicans, Indians, whatever, are all looked down upon and even segregated out.
I would also like to point out that there was score in that clip.
There was score
but
in
it
that.
was peppered a little bit with some 80s guitar flair there.
That didn't bother me at all.
Yeah.
But what a great twist. I mean, other than that, I felt the season was just okay.
Yeah.
I still think there's something there. I like the snappy dialogue. Say what you want about James Gunn, and I have. Like I said, he writes good dialogue. Like even the Guardians of the Galaxy movies, there's always kind of some funny little banter going on.
Yeah. I like the soft stuff too. Like, I got a little choked up when Ads was breaking up with Key, and I was just like,
I was too,
that's
actually.
really sad. That was so sad. I was like,
too.
This is sad. This is bothering me.
Well, and I think it was, again, good dialogue because it was a very adult conversation between them. It wasn't this kind of typical rote movie thing where like, I'm letting you go so you can be free.
Yeah.
It was more like, I'm holding you back.
Yeah.
And this is not
They're
good for you.
just not
or
right
I.
for each other.
Yeah, we're just not meant for each other. And those are
Yeah.
hard things to A, come to terms with, and B, to verbalize to somebody.
Yeah, and a lot of people will, I think she alluded to this in this dialogue, like you live in denial of that because you want it to work so badly and you're willing to bend until you break, and who decides who gets what they want in that,
Right.
like somebody's always going to be unhappy there. So that is definitely not right for each other. Like two people should help each other get through life's changes as they go, and help each other achieve your goals and your dreams. And so it is a very adult thing to realize, like, I've invested all this time and effort into this relationship and I really care and love about this person, but this is just not good for either of us. So.
I'm sorry, what'd you say? I was playing Fruit Ninja.
Oh, were you? This is why we've been
agreed.
married for almost
Agreed.
18 years here. Yeah.
No.
So anyway, it made me sad. So good writing dialogue. Like I felt that I was watching that scene and I'm not real invested in either of those characters,
Or
like
that relationship in general.
right. Or that little side story plot there. But I watched that and I genuinely was like, oh, this is a really sad breakup, you know? So good dialogue writing.
Yeah, what's interesting
Made
is
you feel
that
something.
relationship was maybe number 37 on my list of things to care about in the show.
I know, right?
And yet it was probably one of the most moving moments
This
of
season?
the season.
Yeah, I
which
agree.
is interesting. So
Yeah.
good writing there, Jimmy. So
Do you get to call him that? You
Yeah,
guys
we're
friends? Okay.
her friends on social meets.
Oh, yeah.
That's what the kids call it.
I don't think they do.
Sock meets?
No.
Sock media?
Oh, no. Stop.
Social?
This is a dad thing right now. Like, stop. You're... Oh,
all right. Peacemaker Season 2. Not as good as Season 1. Not bad, but...
It's okay.
Moving on. Moving on to Superman, the 2025 movie. Again, a James Gunn written and directed piece. This is the James Gunn episode, I guess.
I guess so.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't know what to think of this movie. And I'm coming from a place, I grew up on the Christopher Reeve movie.
Sure, same.
And I'm not one of these like, you can't touch it. Those are classics.
No, I'm not either.
I like those movies, the first two anyway.
Sure.
The one with Richard Pryor,
Yeah.
Don't get me started on The Quest for Peace, Superman 4. But
I don't know
those
if I
are
saw
good.
that one,
I liked them.
Sure.
I just don't think this is... I didn't like this too much.
I didn't like this one either.
Like, it had some moments.
Yeah. Okay, so I'll tell you the pluses for my column.
Okay, sure.
Here's what I liked. I liked the dog. There were so many relatable moments. It's like we kind of open with Superman. He got his ass kicked. Like, just, he's hurting. And then along comes your puppy and your dog and just like jumps, prances on you and like licks you to death. And like you could be dying on the floor and your dog does not care.
No, it just wants to lick you and or get a treat.
And play with me. Yeah. So I thought those were funny and relatable because we just got a dog who does not care about our agenda at all. So yeah, I really kind of chuckled out loud. That was a plus for me.
Sure.
But, other than that, I don't know. This movie was kind of let down.
That's your plus, is the dog?
The dog.
Okay.
Yeah.
By the way, the dog, all CG.
I know.
But they based it off of, like, I think it's James Gunn's dog.
Well, they should have
kind of a similar
got
breed.
a real dog. I mean, with some CGI.
I think that's
maybe.
asking a lot. I know they tried. I watch Corridor Crews VFX react, artists react, and they tried to get a real dog. Something about the cape wouldn't stay on the back, kept falling to one side or the other.
Oh yeah, that's always a costuming
and I think
problem.
they just ultimately
You need a belly strap on that dog.
maybe so. But they just went CG. They had a real dog kind of model to model the CG dog. But anyway,
They can go to Petco and get a Superman costume for the dog. Like, they make these for dogs.
why are you not producing these movies?
I know,
You're
right?
the one with the ideas.
I know. I'm excellent at costumes.
James Gunn's like, yeah.
You want to dress up
hired,
as something
Jody.
for Halloween? I got you.
So some pluses for Superman for me.
Yeah.
I actually like actual Superman, David Cornsweet.
Okay, I'll give you that too.
I thought he was good.
I agree. Yes.
I thought he was like invoked Superman, but at the same time he's a little different. Mm-hmm. What else did I like?
Oh, I got one more. Can I add one more?
Yeah.
Will you collect yours?
I like the dog,
Okay.
but that's kind of it.
Okay. I liked his performance as well. I thought he made a great Superman. I didn't like the execution of this idea, but I loved the idea that in this movie, Lois knew who he was.
I like that.
You know?
That was a nice twist.
Yeah.
A little change.
Yeah.
But there was still conflict there.
Yes.
You know, I think the conflict from the original Superman movie was Lois didn't know that Clark was Superman. And so you're kind of like, when's she going to find out? Is he going to tip his hand? Or, you know. Yeah, I like that.
Yeah.
Some negatives on Superman 2025. I thought the casting was all wrong. I did not like Lex Luthor.
I didn't either.
What's his name? Nicholas Hoult.
Mm-hmm.
I did not like him as Lex Luthor.
Mm-hmm.
He's a fine actor, but I felt like it was cartoony and kind of wooden at times.
I didn't
like Rachel, what's her name, as Lois Lane.
Brosnan.
Yeah.
Is that how you say it? Yeah.
I think that's right.
Yeah, I didn't like that either.
Yeah, I thought she would be good. When I read that she was cast as as Lois Lane, I was like, okay, I can see that.
Yep.
But it just didn't work out.
I don't know. Yeah, it just didn't do something there for me either.
Also,
and I like her in previous roles that she's done.
Yeah, she's usually pretty good. House of Cards.
I don't know though. This is
Miss
two
Maisel.
movies in a row that I haven't cared for.
What was the other one?
The Amateur.
Oh, yeah.
with she was the wife that
Yeah.
passed, that he was avenging her death, that we talked about
that
recently.
like 2 episodes ago.
Yep.
I feel like the issue with that was she was like, come on, Rachel, you can do better.
Yeah.
Like, you're just like the damsel in distress,
Yeah.
love gone type of character.
Well, and I mean, I liked this version of Lois Lane. I think the writing was there. I just didn't think it was a great, really good performance there.
Yeah,
It just kind of fell flat for her.
Right.
And maybe it's just not the right fit for her. I don't know.
And I felt like she was not phoning it in, but I didn't feel like she was really invested in that character.
Right.
And maybe the writing didn't allow it. I don't know.
I don't know. Maybe
you
the
know-
direction just didn't make her shine.
Another thing that bothered me about this movie, a couple things. It had that feel of the Marvel movies.
Sure.
Like that kind of overly processed look.
Yep.
Very vibrant colors.
Yep.
And another thing is like Superman was getting his ass kicked too much. Like Superman needs to kick ass.
Yeah.
Say what you want about Zack Snyder and Brandon Routh's version.
Yeah.
Which I think is underrated, actually.
I'll have to
But
watch him again.
He was very Superman-y.
Yeah.
And there's that one scene where this guy is unloading a 50 cal machine gun right at Superman's chest, and Brandon Routh's character is just walking right towards the gun.
Yeah.
That's cool.
Yeah.
It's missing some of that.
Sure.
You know, Superman's just like some dude
Yeah.
in this movie.
Yeah, kind of. Getting his ass handed to
He's
him.
getting his ass kicked. We're not seeing a lot of Superman's strength. Yes, he does do some strong Superman-y things, but
Yeah.
I just felt like it was lacking there.
I feel like they were just trying to kind of get almost like one message across, and it was brains over brawn, you know?
Yeah.
And in the end, that is kind of how it worked out. But like, I also like, there was stuff I also did not like, even with the ass kicking. It's like, really, it's Lex Luthor calling out a bunch of numbers, which are just like these battle plans.
Yeah, that
like,
was dumb.
Like, he knows what Superman's gonna do. Like,
Well,
like he knows how to counteract with
so
things.
spoiler alert.
Yeah.
I think the reason for that is, spoiler alert again, the main guy they're doing that for is Ultraman,
Yes.
who is a clone of Superman.
I get that.
And I think that Ultraman is not maybe the smartest.
Yeah.
So they have to essentially tell him.
What to do.
They've trained him like a puppy.
Sure.
5L means uppercut to the jaw.
Sure.
So in the fight, he's like, 5L.
No,
uppercut.
I know. I know the purpose and why that is, but it's just like from a fight standpoint, it felt a lot like when you play a video game and you're like, up, A, B, and just like pressing all the
Totally,
different
yeah.
buttons to like get through Mortal Kombat. You know what I mean? Like joystick up, down, right, up, down, you know, like.
My guess, the
It's
reason
kinda
for
weird.
that is Luthor can't match up against Superman physically,
Sure.
but a clone of Superman can.
Yeah.
And so by Luthor, calling out the moves,
Yeah.
he's essentially, it's Luthor's brain
Yeah.
with Ultraman's body fighting Superman.
Okay.
That's my guess.
All right.
Other than
I
that,
get
I
it,
don't
but-
see a reason for it.
It was just kind of like, okay.
Yeah.
Really? This is the foe? I mean, like, think about the other enemies that Superman has faced in, like, other movies, you know? And I don't know. It's like, you're calling out bingo numbers? I don't know. It
Superman
just didn't seem-
2025.
Yeah.
Bingo.
Bingo.
The movie. Just call it Bingo the movie.
Is that the dog's name?
No, it's Crypto.
Yeah, Crypto.
Yeah.
We'll call it Crypto instead of bingo.
That's the other thing is, they had Superman being held in this pocket dimension prison
Yeah.
with other people. Interesting
Yeah.
kind of twist on things.
Yeah.
But overall, this movie just, and I understand why. I remember when the first trailer came out, there was like no buzz about it. It came out
Yeah.
and it wasn't, usually you kind of, at least
Yeah.
I do, get like an idea that, oh, this is getting a lot of buzz. People are talking about this.
Yeah.
I didn't really see that with this.
Sure.
And I don't even think, it probably did really well. I know they greenlit a sequel.
Sure.
It probably did really well, but I don't think it did quite what they thought it would.
I'm sure. I mean, all of those probably do really well. Think about who is going to see those movies. It's families with kids. It's lifelong superhero movie lovers, Superman fans in general,
Yeah.
And the random like, hey, we got time to kill. You want to go to a movie? Let's do this one, kind of thing. So, there's probably that built-in audience for that, but I think the really good ones get people talking about it. They get you and me to leave the house and go to the theater, to watch it on a big screen and all of that. But I think it's got to be a good quality movie to really kind of, do really well at the box office these days. Maybe everybody is kind of superhero saturated,
Yes, but I think part of the thing with some of these IPs like Superman, you kind of have to, I don't want to say do the same thing over again.
Sure.
But you have to kind of check some boxes.
Sure.
And I think fans expect that.
Mm-hmm.
Like, you can't do it too different.
Sure.
And I'm not saying that like I have the answers, but I'm just saying, like, I don't envy somebody taking on something like this because you have to create a fresh take without it being too fresh. Does that make sense?
It does. Yep. You can't deviate from the original too much or people get mad about that. You got to come up with something refreshing and different. Otherwise it's been there, done that. We've seen it before. Who cares, So yeah, it is a big kind of thing. Also I think about this too, like, I know everybody releases like a summer blockbuster movie. Like, this is released in the summer. Like, people are busy. Sometimes people go to the movies for air conditioning in the summer and a cold building activity thing to do. But I don't know, it's busier then. People are vacationing and summer is just summer. Kids are out of school. It's just nuts, usually. At least in our lives it is. And so I don't know if summer is the way to go for that kind of stuff anymore. You'd think like holidays and cold weather when people want more indoor activities would be the smarter kind of marketing movie kind of thing to do. People don't go to the drive-in in the summer anymore. I think that happened because of like that. And, maybe
I know it's been this way since the 70s.
Maybe it was meant to like drum up summer theater business. I don't know, but I just don't know if that's the best time anymore to release a movie. People are busy and outside typically.
I'm sure there's some research we could dig into on that. I just know that I think the summer's been the big blockbuster season because people are looking for stuff to do. Whereas in the winter and fall, you got school, you've got, school functions.
Bad weather maybe where you live.
Bad weather,
sure.
yeah. I don't know.
That's an indoor activity though.
But look, the whole TV business is upended over the last 15 years.
Sure.
So I'm sure the movie business is kind of right along with them.
Some still follow it though, like, like Grey's Anatomy just premiered. It's fall, like the fall TV schedule kind of still happens. So yeah, I'd be curious to know if that marketing science still holds up with people and their lifestyles today. I know it's been that way for a long time, but we do live very differently now compared to the 70s, as far as family life and busy schedules and what happens when and different times of the year. And yeah, no. I feel like we watch less TV in the summer.
I don't know if I agree with that. Maybe because
we watch too much. We're home watching TV all the time.
I think because they still release stuff TV-wise primarily in the fall.
Yeah.
There's definitely new stuff comes out in the summer, but I think the majority, if I had to guess, was in the fall. Also, back to the movie release stuff, I know that the studios and the independents, they're releasing movies in the fall for award season. Like, the award stuff comes out late August through November, December.
Okay.
Because they want to be eligible for the voting that happens for the Academy Awards in March.
Got it.
And Golden Globes, blah, blah, blah.
Okay.
So I'm guessing that has an effect on why they release Superman in the summer.
Interesting.
Those type of things. But anyway, well, since we're done here, I'm going to go Google why do they release movie blockbusters in the summer?
Right.
And maybe we'll have an answer.
Maybe.
You got anything else there, young lady?
No, I wish this one was better. I found it kind of boring at times. I don't know. And yeah,
Agreed.
I just wish it was better.
Yeah, I felt like there's some wasted performance, wasted budget, but
Yeah, it's fine. It wasn't like this sucks and I don't even want to watch it, you know?
I put it between sucks and fine.
Yeah.
I'm not at fine with it.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
It's kind of in between those two for me. I will not watch this again.
Oh, sure.
For sure.
Okay.
All right, that's going to do it for us.
Yeah.
Married with Channels podcast, married couple talking TV shows and movies. Make sure you give us a follow on the podcast. Subscribe on your podcast provider.
I thought you were going to try to say social media again or something. I don't know. But
Speaking of social medias, we're on the Twitter at Married W Chans, 2 N's.
Yep.
Yep.
Share. Tell your friends.
Tell those friends. Until next time, my name is Moose.
And I'm Jody.
We'll see you later.
Bye.